What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Gunner, bringing you all the final week of the World Battle Entertainment, where we, the Bullet Punch Club, are going to be going up against none other than my boy John, aka PokeMen. Obviously, we're both really busy right now, so I'm gonna cut to the chase, and I'm gonna be right back. Alright guys, we are back right now, ready for our match against our boy John, aka PokeMen. And with that being said, let's find out exactly what Pokemon he brought, alright? Whew, kinda nervous, not gonna lie. But you know what, this match doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Obviously I'd like to win, but nothing in life is a guarantee, as many would say. So he did not bring Rio Nicholas, which I find to be the most shocking thing of all shocking things. So I was able to get most of his Pokemon right, which is pretty sick. But yeah, like what's that even thing called again? Bootleg Shiftry? Trevenant, yes, Trevenant, yeah. I can't believe I just forgot his name. Alright. So now obviously as far as offense goes, my Duran just puts in so much work against him, it's not even funny. And realistically speaking, I also lose not much by leading off with my Passimian, so there's that. But at the same time, he also doesn't really lose much by leading off with his Goodra. So I don't think he would want to lead off with anything other than either his Golurk or his what's that thing called again? I forgot. It's Corviknight, yeah. So yeah, lead wise, I'm not really too sure how I want to go at this. But you know what? I'll be fine. I'm gonna lead off with my edge because yeah, it just matches up so well against him, guys. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm not really sure how this match will work out, but you know what? Good luck, have fun to you, my man. I really didn't get much time to prep for this game because I was really like focused on Nexus. But in either case, this match will hopefully be a good one. I hopefully won't be someone who's gonna make an ass out of myself right now. So like yeah, let's see how this goes. So yeah, have fun to you, my boy. As I'm going to once again face him in the same exact stadium as always. He leads off with this Bernard, the Beware, perfectly understandable. As right off the bat, I'm not really too sure exactly how much damage my edge will do to Beware. But if I were to guess, it would do a lot of damage because I'm adamant superpower. Yeah, unfortunately I don't even come close towards knocking this thing out, which is rather unfortunate. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go out into my Nagito. I'm gonna go out into my Nagito and find out, you know, what set he exactly is. Like, finding out his item would be good. If he makes a really good play by clicking Ice Punch, then you know what? I'm gonna take the L like a man, alright? I'm gonna take the L like a man. So he is Assault Vest as they get, as he is gonna opt to go straight for a Drain Punch, which is perfectly fine. But at the same time, this is also rather unfortunate because I don't really see myself doing that much damage to you, now do I? I'm tempted to just click Flamethrower and get as much damage off on you, really. So, you know what? Huh. Yeah, you know what? Getting as much damage off on you in the first place is in itself nice. So he opts to switch out, which is, I guess, understandable. As he goes out into Scooby-Doo. He goes out into Scooby-Doo, the Goodra, which I find to be really perplexing in itself because if I dropped the Draco, that would have done like so much damage to you. But yeah, that did absolutely pitiful damage. As with his leftovers recovery, I now know exactly that I don't really have much to worry about this Pokemon. So there is that. I'm just gonna click Draco Meteor. U-turn, and in the meantime, I'm gonna find out exactly what set you could possibly be on this thing. Like how much Draco Meteor from my Noivern is gonna do to you, anyways. As far as switching goes, I don't really have the best ones per se, but I think Nyx is probably the safest one, if I could guess, really. As yeah, you could go for an Ice Beam, you could go for a lot of things, really, but in either case. He's gonna go straight for a Curse. My man John isn't playing around this match. That much I can see. So you know what? Good tech on his behalf. Very much good tech on his behalf. As right now, I'm at this point where like my mind is pretty much on autopilot mode at this stage because like I don't really have much Pokemon to like immediately OHKO this thing with. So I'm just gonna Gigantamax up and get as much damage that I can off on you. Really. You could be a lot of things, like I'm kind of surprised that he brought Curse, really, because if he's like Curse, Rest, Sleep Talk, then that means that he has like, what, 4 moves at best? But no, he's gonna go straight out in his Lamar Jackson, which I assume to be his Corviknight, which I guess is like more my fault than anything, because like yeah, I'm just Gigantamaxing up without reason at all. But yeah, now that I'm analyzing this match, he didn't bring his Galvantula, he didn't bring a lot of things. So like keeping this thing healthy, in my opinion, isn't really something that I'm considering much of a priority, really. So that's something, I guess. So I mean, the good thing about this situation right now is that I can very much, you know, like snag a confusion on you right now. And I'm the kind of player that will very much take advantage of that, because especially after my match against Vivid, I've reached this point where like relying on these things are very much things that you gotta do in a game if you want to guarantee yourself the victory. So yeah, I'm just gonna like pretty much just hit what's in front of me at this point. I'm gonna hit what's in front of me at this point, and as far as I'm concerned, his Corviknight is in itself like a problem and a half. And as he is gonna up to Gigantamax up with me, which is fine, which is like to be expected, really. I probably could have just gone hard out into my Lantern now that I think about it, but really, like the moment I'm able to take down this Pokemon, the moment my my Durant is just gonna pretty much destroy him then and there. As he's gonna be confused right now, he's probably not gonna hit himself anyways. Yeah, he's not gonna even hit himself anyways. He's gonna go straight for a Max Steel Spike. That's not gonna come close towards knocking. That was so weak, guys. That was such a weak-ass move to begin with. Alright, sweet. So, right now, he is not in the best sort of situation. As, yeah, that is a guaranteed 2-hit KO if I ever saw one. And especially with the Sun at my disposal, he is not gonna have a good time, man. He is very much not gonna have a good time, as, if anything... Oh, so he's weakness policy. Alright. So now he could very well, like, potentially be able to knock me out, but you know what? I'm willing to test it. I'm willing to test it. The way I see it, you could even hit yourself right now, but you probably won't. Yeah. He's gonna click Max Guard, which is like a really good play on John's behalf. He's gonna be able to essentially stop my Gigantamax Hatterene here and now. As now I would assume that I have no place staying in here. I have no place staying in here because this Pokemon just pretty much hard stops Goodra and then some. So I think my play right now would have to be going out into my main designated switching for this thing, which would have to be my Lantern, and I will most certainly be able to outspeed you, methinks. So there's that. And you could very well hit yourself, because like you pretty much broken out 2 turns in a row. In fact, he just snaps out of confusion. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but really, like, it's fine. This is gonna do a considerable chunk of damage, which is obviously unfortunate, but at the same time, I just killed off your Gigantamax, and you are very much weakened right now. You are very much weakened right now, and there really isn't much you can do about it, really. As honestly, I'm just gonna click Thunderbolt. And on it, he could definitely have Roost. To be honest, he could very much have Roost, but like I'm max defensive, I'm all of that stuff, really. And now that I think, and the more I think, Hurricane. This man actually brought Hurricane, as he's unfortunately gonna miss. Obviously, like the accuracy became even weaker considering how the sun is up anyway. So I don't think this is really much of a steal, if anything. But in either case, bro, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry about that. As now I pretty much just took out his main Gigantamax Pokemon, and the way I see it, I see absolutely no conceivable switch-ins whatsoever to my Durant. Yeah. And the moment I'm able... Oh wait, I don't even have Stealth Rocks in this team. What am I even saying? Alright. So overall, I think we're very much in a good spot right now. Like, we both lost our Gigantamax Pokemon anyway, so yeah. Trevenant, to my knowledge, is a very slow Pokemon. Like, he's base 56, and I got a lot of speed investment anyway, so... You know what? I'm gonna click Volt Switch. I'm gonna find out exactly what kind of item you could possibly be. As... Yeah, I'm gonna get some nice chip damage off on you. And I will very much, go hard out into my Noivern, because realistically speaking, I don't think there's much you can do to this thing anyways, and considering how I happen to be Expert Belt and the sun is up, whew, I'm seeing no switch-ins, bros. I'm seeing no switch-ins at all. So, like, yeah. So I'm gonna find out that you have the Key Berry, which is very interesting indeed, as he is gonna go set up a substitute, which, you know what, is fine. If I had the Infiltrator, you would have been just dead. But I think like for this matchup by default, finding out what items John has is very much important. But like for playoffs, I'm very much keeping the option of Infiltrator open, especially for like very crucial matchups. But yeah, I'm gonna be able to break his substitute, which is pretty sick. He's gonna be able to click Leech Seed, which is honestly fine, really. Like, I mean, it's obviously annoying in some sense, but truthfully speaking, I don't really have the best sort of switch into this thing, really. And he could like try to put himself in a spot where he could, you know, like go hard out into either his He's not gonna go for a grass type move, yeah. So worst case scenario, if he chooses to stay in for whatever reason there may be, he is not gonna, like, if he chooses to stay in for reasons that I myself cannot decipher, then I think I can very much take advantage, I can go out into my Lantern and then pivot from there, as yeah, he's gonna switch out. Like, I had a feeling he wasn't gonna go for a grass type move anyways. I figured that at best he could go out into either Scoodra or anything along those lines, so like yeah, I'm gonna be able to get some really nice chip damage off on this thing. Really good chip damage in itself. Very good chip damage. As now, I think this gives me the freest of switch-ins into my... Yeah, this gives me a very free switch-in into my Nyx, because realistically speaking, you could like go for an Iron Tail or anything along those lines, but especially with you losing your what's that Pokemon called again? I forgot. Yeah, your Corviknight like that, you're not gonna appreciate the moves I'm about to like use on you. So yeah. Although like I guess I probably could have just gone out in my Durant, but I don't really want to risk that just yet. But at the same time, like with him revealing cards, he's probably a physical set anyway. So yeah, that probably was a misplay on my behalf, but you never know exactly what kind of set this thing could be. So yeah, I still stand by my play. But yeah, overall, I would say like I'm in a pretty fine spot right now, as Draining Kiss is gonna do like a hefty chunk of damage to anything you want to bring in, really. As he's gonna have to bring in his Golurk, which is very much, which is honestly just fine by me, really. As I'm gonna be able to, yeah, that's a good amount of damage. That's definitely a very good amount of damage off on you. I'm gonna get like really good amount of damage off on you. As now, unfortunately, he is going to be able to get a huge hit off on me, which I'm obviously not the biggest fan of in the world. But I think so as long as I keep my edge around, I think I should be fine, really. Like Shadow Punch is probably the freest play that he could go for right now. So, you know what? I'm gonna go out in my Riddle, and I'm gonna click Knockoff. If he's Colbur Berry, then you know what? Very good prep on John's behalf. I can't even be upset. I can't even be upset by that at all. As yeah, he's gonna go for a Shadow Punch. I got a lot of defense investment anyway, so yeah, that's not gonna even come close towards being a 2-hit KO on me, which is pretty sick because now I can just pretty much click Knockoff. Even if he goes out into his Beware, which he very well could, I think the prospect of me knocking off his Assault Vest, which would in turn like leave him wide open to my Noivern and my Gengar is very much more appealing. So yeah, we're in a very good spot right now. That's for sure. Like, I wouldn't say the game is over. Like, the game isn't remotely close towards the ending. That much I can promise you guys right now. As like, yeah, he's gonna go out in his Bernard. And this is probably the best case scenario for me, because with me being able to like get rid of your Assault Vest, you are now not gonna be able to check my Gengar that well, like, at all, really. As right now, I don't see much reason in. I expect him to like potentially make a prediction and click Ice Punch, so I'm definitely gonna go out in my Lantern right now. It may be a questionable play, but especially with this Corviknight dying, I don't consider the prospect of just, you know, letting this thing die. I mean, like keeping this thing around be that appealing. Like, obviously it does a good job at checking his Weavile and anything, but so as long as I keep this Pokemon and my other stuff healthy, I should very much be fine. Yeah, I should very much be fine. And especially with him, with his squad in itself not even having Stealth Rocks anyways, like, yeah, it's pretty good. As he's gonna go for an Iron Head, he was probably expecting me to go hard out into Hatterene. But so like, yeah, good play. It definitely makes all the sense in the world. But yeah, I'm just gonna go for Scald here. If I can get a burn, that would actually be pretty sick. as unfortunately that's not gonna work out. He's gonna pop my Shuka Berry, which is also pretty awesome, as now, like, I know for a fact I'm gonna live that. You're not gonna even come remotely close to what's knocking me out. As right now, like, me whittling down his Bernard is probably the best case scenario for me. Because the moment I'm able to, like, put this thing in range of my Gengar, like, Gengar literally just comes in and claims all the kills in the world. Like, there's literally nothing he can do about it. As he's gonna go ahead and click Drain Punch. I probably could have made a prediction there and gone out into, like, anything else really, but as of now, I see absolutely no reason to not go out into my Noivern, click Flamethrower before following it up with a Draco Meteor. So, yeah. I'm gonna go out into my Nagito right now. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have just stacked it up then and there. It definitely wasn't a play that I should have made. That is for sure. As now, I see no reason to not click Flamethrower. If you go out in your Goodra or anything else, I think I can very much just live with it all, because yeah. And in fact, you know what? Let me find out right now exactly how much you would take from it. So Goodra, 50. Good thing he has leftovers, because that gives me more time. Hoo hoo hoo. Oh, I burned him. Unfortunate. So, I'm probably not in range towards knocking him out just yet, so, you know what, I'm just gonna click U-turn. Yeah, that flamethrower burn definitely sucked, so I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm very much sorry about that. But yeah, the next time his Goodra does come in though, there is really nothing stopping me from just clicking Draco Meteor and claiming a soul, so, yeah. I'm gonna get some nice chip damage off on you, and I'm going to get the freest of switch-ins into my Hatterene. And considering how you even revealed Curse, and especially considering how you are burnt, you are not going to like what's going to be happening right now. That is for sure. Am I even Magic Bounce? If I'm not, that'd suck. But no, he goes for a Brutal Swing. That's obviously going to do like really bad damage. I mean, which is to be expected, really, like, especially considering how much damage I'm doing to you, like, especially considering the fact that you're burnt. Yeah, he's not in a good spot. Is all I'm trying to say, you know. But yeah, I probably could have just clicked Shadow Ball there, but a part of me thinks that he's probably going to feel inclined to sack off his Beware right now, especially considering I knocked off his Assault Vest and all that jazz. But no, he instead goes out into his Hoge Boom. How do you pronounce this shit? Hoge Boom. As, yeah, I'm once again going to, like, do a lot of damage to you. Yeah, I probably should have just clicked Shadow Ball. What did I lose from it anyways, right? I lost absolutely nothing from it, and yet here I am, shooting myself in the foot, making all these worst plays in the world. Alright, what am I even saying? I don't know. So, I, for one, don't really want to sack off my Nyx just yet. But at the same time, I'm very much aware that if I let my Riddle take unnecessary damage, I'm not gonna like what I'm gonna be in the receiving end of. So I think right now I'm kind of forced to like take a hit. And you know what? I could very well just even live that. Really, probably not. Iron Fist is a lot. Yeah, he's just gonna be able to knock me out, which is pretty unfortunate. Very much unfortunate actually, but it's fine because like so as long as I have my Focus Sash with me, I should be fine. Right. So, yeah, like you can go to a lot of any Pokemon you want, really. But okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna like me not making an over prediction there is definitely going to save me right now. And it is at this point that I realized that you know what I should have very much done was pretty much like gone hard out into let's just pretty much pivot from my Lantern to my Noivern, which would have like very much like made me just look like an absolute boss, you know? But unfortunately, reality had other plans, my friends. And the Focus Sash, like, I want to keep my, keeping the Focus Sash around isn't really something that I'm considering much of a priority. In fact, like, I see no reason to not just pretty much like put him in his deathbed right now by clicking by clicking Sludge Bomb, which could, like, you know, save me, like, do a lot for me. So you know what? I'm gonna click Sludge Wave. Really, I can't. I'm getting like, what? So he's gonna try to go for a game with his Goodra. All right. I mean, it makes sense. It very much makes sense, him trying to go for a game with his Goodra there. But realistically speaking, like, yeah, look at me get so much damage off on you right now, bro. Like, the game is very much going to end the moment Edge comes in. Like, once Edge comes in, it's gonna be all fireworks and then some, because he doesn't even have like any of his like other Pokemon anymore at his disposal. So you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna like let this thing stay in, and I'm just gonna knock this thing out. Like, this is probably one of the few Pokemon that like is an actual problem to me. So like, yeah, he's gonna be able to throat chop me. It's gonna be able to like pop out my Focus Sash. As now I'm very much going to click Sludge Wave, knock this thing out, and I should be fine. Okay, no. Oh, so now I realize what he's doing. So basically what he aims to do would have to be going out into his Goodra and pretty much just ensuring that he survives, and like he gets rid of his Barn, which is very much like his biggest inconvenience at this point, really. But yeah, like I don't think like it would make much of a difference at this point, because like, look at you, you're already so whittled down, bro. You're already so whittled down, it's not even funny. And just to ensure that I end that I don't give him any chance to breathe whatsoever. Okay, wait, think this through. So his final Pokemon pieces are his Goodra and his Gooby-Doo. No, Goodra, Gooby-Doo, and his Trevenant. And the way I see it, Nagito being alive is pretty much going to be what wins me the game. Alright. I'm gonna click Nasty Plot. Why not, right? I'm gonna click Nasty Plot right now because a part of me thinks he's very much going to try to, like, a part of me thinks he's gonna very much try to click Rest here, or something along those lines. As he is going to try to curse on my face, but unfortunately for you, my friend, you are staring in the face of a Nasty Plot Gengar right now. You are very much staring in the face of a Nasty Plot Gengar right now, and you are not gonna like what's going to be happening right now. That much is for sure. Like, I genuinely don't see any timeline in which you are able to beat me unless I like choke on the biggest of dicks here right now. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much click Sludge Wave and essentially just seal the deal right now. Yeah, look at that damage, bros. Look at that damage. Okay, so it probably, man, yeah, that was actually weak damage. I expected him to do more. If I'm gonna be completely real with you guys right now. So, yeah. I mean, it's whatever, really. Like, again, he could, like, you know, like, repeatedly try to go for curse and all that stuff, but literally one Sludge Wave is all I need to ensure that, like, you are in range of my Draco Meteor from my Nagito. So, yeah. You're very much in range of Draco Meteor. That is for sure. And if you're not, well, I'm gonna bite myself in the ass right now. 65 to 78.9. Well, let's find out. We're gonna find out right now. Plain and simple. But yeah, I'm really impressed with John. I'm really impressed with, you know, like, him bringing this tech. Like, I very much appreciate him, you know, like, taking liberties like this and bringing these sort of unconventional sets. It really makes me happy. Like, this is honestly the best part of, like, competing in draft format, because, like, you see these sets which otherwise, like, make absolutely no sense in this world, unless you're running Hida Fahida or something. As thankfully we're gonna be able to hit our Draco Meteor, as this should be able to knock you out. I'm like expert belt as hell. Yeah, goodbye Gooby-Doo. You ain't gonna be missed. And right now, yeah, like, keeping my Nagito alive is pretty much going to be like what wins me the game. Like, I've said it many times before, and I'm saying it again. Nagito is very much my win con here. Yeah, Nagito is very much going to be the Pokemon that saves my ass for this game. That is for sure. So, like, yeah, he's gonna bring out this Pokemon again. I'm gonna find out exactly how much turns of rain you have left. So, yeah, so he has two more turns of rain left. So, right now, I think my play should very much be, first of all, clicking U-turn. As it's actually gonna pop his berry. Huh. Alright. That could be bad. Ugh. That could actually be bad. Alright. So, like, I wouldn't say, like, John is gonna lose this game right now because it's definitely, like, far from being over. That is for sure. It pretty much just revolves at this point, like, around whether, like, if he's able to harvest the berry right now, I'm just gonna click knockoff and ensure you're never able to see the light of the day again. As unfortunately, that's not gonna be the case. Pretty unfortunate. As now, I assume he is going to click substitute. Yeah, him not popping, getting his harvest off was rather annoying. But in either case, I'm pretty much just sipping him down at this point. Is what I'm saying, you know. As I'm gonna go out in my Nagito, and right now, like, his rain is gonna go down right now. You see, like, his rain is just pretty much going. Calm mind. I'm impressed. Like, I'm impressed, really. I'm very much impressed. Yeah, that's some really good tech on, like, John's behalf. As now he's gonna be able to get his key berry, but I think it's a little too late to make a comeback here, because, like, if Nagito is not gonna be able to pull through, then both my what's that thing called? Both my Passimian and my Duran will. That much I'm sure. Yeah, you're not surviving. You're not surviving, bro. He's gonna click Shadow Ball. It's gonna come up. That is not gonna even come close towards knocking me out. Alright, sweet. So I think that is going to very much be game right now, boys. That is very much going to be game right now, unless he had Shadow Sneak the whole time, in which case I couldn't even be mad, really. I couldn't even be mad at all. And yeah, with this one more flamethrower, with us being expert belt, and with us being Nagito Komoeda, the ultimate luck, we will very much be able to come out with a nice and glorious 3-0 victory. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste my boys' time anymore. I'm gonna click that here and now, and that should very much be a good game. Unless of course this survives, which would be very much surprising. But, like, yeah, Neuburn, like, really put the team on his back this time around. Yeah, we are gonna win 3-0 against our boy John. Seriously good game to you, my boy. And with that said, the Bullet Punch Club is going to be able to end the season with a 6-2 record, and meaning that we are going to end our spot on probably on number 5 or number 4, depending on the other people's differential, but it will most likely be number 5. So yeah, as far as our first playoff opponent goes, it could most likely be either MV or a Duncan, but in either case, I'm very much looking forward to the fight. I'm definitely gonna try to go all the way in to win the trophy. So, like, let's see if we're able to make that a reality. And yeah, once again, GG to you, John. This was like one really fun game. If you haven't checked out his channel, guys, I sincerely recommend that you do. I absolutely love the guy to death. I've been watching him for many years in the GBA. Like, my respect for him is, like, unmatched. So yeah. With that being said, friends, my name is DUC Gunner. Thank you very much for watching. Seriously, thank you all for all the support. Like, it really means the whole world to me. And yeah, have yourselves a glorious day, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Bish!